Get the baton.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And they're going to mark that where it went out of bounds. So really good starting field position up past the 40-yard line.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Tua and the Dolphins now with a 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. They'll roll him out right. And this one complete to Will Fuller. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Well, maybe that'll help him settle back into a groove after the interception on the first drive here, picking up the first to start drive number 2.
And it is just starting over, isn't it? Sometimes it's just how you have to do it. You have to erase things from your mind. Don't worry about what happened before, because over the course of a game, the good players, things turn out pretty well for them, and that's what he's trying to do here.
A play fake for Gasket. Now Tua. That's to Parker. What a catch. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Devontae Parker, 48 yards. And the Dolphins are a 2-point conversion away from tying this football game. Sometimes it's a quarterback making a great throw, and sometimes it's a receiver just making an incredible catch, and there it was really the latter.
And the quarterback is so happy because the receiver, in a sense, bailed him out. Great job going and getting the football and creating 6 points for his team.
Extra point up and good by Sanders, and this is now a 1-point game. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. Taken at the 15, a short kick. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. Kansas City taking the field for their second drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments. We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a first down.
So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 41. They go play fake. Mahomes sliding out of the pocket. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. Oh, very close to a turnover there in the end zone. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Edwards-Helaire as they run out of the gun. And the lane closes up quickly as he'll get about 3 down to the 38.
Not the kind of game that will go absolutely crazy for, but it's the kind of game that you need to have when you're running back in the NFL. And Clyde Edwards-Helaire, with that low center of gravity and strength, he's going to get those tough, gritty yards for you when necessary.
First down marker at the 31. It's 3rd down. Now Robinson coughs up the football. It's loose. And this is picked up by the Dolphins. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. Always costly to cough up that football. These defenders, they become so adept, though, at jarring it free.
Yeah, it's amazing that there aren't more fumbles caused, because now, if you're an offensive player, you go through ball security drills every
to a hit, and the ball is out. And he has brought this one back. A fumble recovery for a Chiefs touchdown. So the big fella gets on the scoreboard with a return for a touchdown. Good thing he didn't have to go too far, though.
You know the trainers were very happy about that. Imagine having to go get him in the end zone, escort him to the bench, and give him the oxygen. They were loving the fact that he got in without having to run very far.
And you can bet they're preaching two hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. Waddle will return this from the end zone. And he's going to be taken down inside the 10 at about the 8-yard line.
Anytime you feel the kickoff inside your own end zone, you've got to be decisive about whether you're bringing it out or not. Sometimes that indecision can really cost you. That may have been what happened on that play.
Now a play fake. Here's Tagovailoa. And he finds Parker here, complete. And he gets it to the 30 when it's all said and done.
And they were backed up to start the drive, but not anymore. Now, that's the play call that the offensive coordinator had in his head. You saw the end result. He wanted to go ahead and push the ball downfield, and that's what they did. And they wound up with good yardage there to get things rolling.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Mike Hughes. And the Chiefs are in great shape here as they take over at their 46-yard line. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 46. Here's Edwards-Helaire as they will start on the ground. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well, but when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
Now a 2nd down and 6. They'll try the end around with Robinson, and that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
Escaping the pressure right. He's looking deep for Bell. He's got a man, complete. And they do finally get him at the 12. A big play there for KC.
We see this happen so often. If you're a defender, it's like watching a bad movie over and over. The pressure's good, forcing the quarterback out of the pocket. But it's a lot to ask for these defenders to stay plastered to receivers long enough. And sure enough, they let a man come open, and the connection leads to a big play.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. 1st and 10, it's Edwards-Helaire with it. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up a 2nd and just about a few inches here. They fake the give. Now Mahomes. They shakes him off. But now he's swallowed up and taken down. Christian Wilkins showing his strength and quickness there. A loss of 4. The Chiefs on 3rd down. They've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Now a swing pass. It's Edwards-Helaire. And in for the Chiefs touchdown. Clyde Edwards-Helaire from 6 yards away.